I wanted to challenge myself by developing my designs into web templates in hopes of making some side hustle income. I've got some knowledge when it comes to front-end development, but not enough to call myself a developer by any means. And to be honest, I don't think I have the patience to be spending 6 months or more to go through that learning process right now. Fortunately, today we have other methods to develop designs into front end without having to go the traditional route. And that leads me to no-code tools. Before I started this challenge, I was checking out a tool called Framer. It's a no-code platform that allows you to develop websites the way you would design them. Imagine this is your web design. Right now, your design is just an image. We need to get from here to making it interactive and then being published onto the internet where it can be sold as a template without having to code. The interactive part, that's where traditional front-end developers would get involved, but in our case, Framer will handle the bulk of this. So in theory, we don't have to code. In theory. To start this challenge, I need to first design a website, and to give my design a sense of direction, I'm going to target an audience of podcasts, and because it's a podcast theme, I want it to have an audio player. Okay, let's start with some wireframing to get a feel of the layout and content. After a few iterations, it has a large section on the homepage. Think of that as the billboard of the website. And most importantly to me, the audio player. I just realized I'll need some podcast audio content for this website. Back to the wireframes, it's time to give these bad boys some swag. Going back to the demo I showed you of the designs being an image, that's where I am right now. To get it developed using Framer, all I need to do is use a plugin from the design software Figma to Framer, and it will be ready for the final touches and interaction. That was the easiest thing I've done to get designs into development. Okay, I spoke too soon. They look nothing like they do in Figma. The icons are messed up, the navigation is different, the fonts look weird. For the design software and Framer would be similar, and on transfer that everything would be set to go. Do I need to redo the whole design inside Framer? Reluctantly, I sat down for a few hours to learn the basics of Framer, which I probably should have done from the beginning. Finally, I fixed my designs inside Framer, which pretty much meant rebuilding it entirely because the import function was rubbish. Fortunately, Framer has some very good design tools. You could pretty much design anything from scratch inside Framer. I've got another problem. My design has a custom audio player, and there's no easy way to make that work with no code because it's custom. That means I have to tinker with code. With the help of a senior developer named Google, I got the custom audio player functioning. We finally reached the end, and that means it's time to show the final product. Another cut. I was this close to publishing my first developed web designs on the Framer market, but I just found out Framer has more than just a few conditions required to get onto the marketplace. Could all the design and development work I've done be for nothing? Okay, the good thing is that my designs meet the requirements, although in hindsight I should have checked that before even starting. I'm going to submit my template to Framer and wait for its review, which can take up to 7 days or more to get onto the marketplace. In the meantime, I'm going to try to get some sales on my own, and I'll update you on my progress in the future in the comments below. That's it. Turns out that developing designs into templates that you can sell is super easy. Just don't forget to look at the requirements before you create, unlike me, but that should not stop you from selling your templates. It just stops you from being on the Framer marketplace. To be honest, you still could sell the templates. The main thing is to enjoy the process and not stress yourself. And the money, that'll just come with time.